Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Jays Way. It's Epic Daniel. We actually have something to talk about.
I know, no more speculation, no
Let's
more
go.
what if
Let's
we
go.
sign this guy, what if we sign this guy? We signed
Somebody.
y I don't even know how to say his name. Yariel?
I think it's Yariel. Probably.
Yariel.
Maybe.
Yariel
Yariel. Oh,
Rodriguez.
see. Yariel. Let's go. I'm pumped about that, Daniel.
I mean, I'm just happy we did something. Like,
Yeah, and
honestly. Like,
unreal deal, by the way. 4 years, 32 million. Buddy's making 8 a year. If I did my math right. That's crazy. That's
yeah, no, it is
the
insane.
guy's making more money than Otani, but like that's it. This is great for the sport.
So what do you make of this? I know we have like there's not much known about him, so like
Yeah,
why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about him here for us?
yeah. So Yariel Rodriguez, he doesn't look like he pitched at all last year, but in 2020, I don't know if he had an injury or something, but in 2022, Buddy was absolutely gross in the Japanese league for Chunichi. I don't know what that team is, but they look somewhat. They look like a team. He had how many innings did he pitch? He pitched 54.2 innings in the Japanese league. 1.15 ERA. Kind
Ooh,
of
I like
gross.
that.
Yeah, that's kind of nasty, not going to lie. Under a 1 whip, which is crazy. He had a 9 strikeouts per 9, 3 walks per 9. I mean, yeah, he's looking pretty good.
Sorry, I'm just ordering my burger here. But yeah,
Yeah, get your
he
burger.
sounds very, very good. Like what was it? 1.8 you said? 1.5? 1.9?
1.15 ERA. So that's
1.5.
basically
That's
in the
even better than
zeros.
what I was yeah,
Yeah, it's basically in the
that is
zeros.
now the only thing with him, Chris, I know you mentioned he hasn't really pitched since 2022. He pitched
Yeah.
2023 in the WBC. He pitched really well in the WBC. His
Yeah.
WB stats here, 2.45
Ooh.
ERA
And Cuba made it
with
pretty far, no? I think Cuba
yeah,
did.
Cuba made it pretty well too. He
Yeah,
struck
yeah,
out
yeah.
10 and he only pitched 7 and a third innings. But still,
Hey,
2.45 and 7 and a third with 10 strikeouts. I mean,
sign me up, that's for
this
sure.
sounds like a guy that will project into a guy who strikes out more than he pitches in innings, which
Yeah.
the Jays do not have. I can't remember the last guy the Jays have had. That's a reliever, by the way.
Mhm.
Um, that'll have that kind of numbers. This is everything that we've kind of wanted Nate Pearson to be, but he's just never transitioned to that.
Yeah, and then just looking at his NPB stats, which is the Japanese league, you guys don't know. Just in general, he's pitched 175 innings in his 3 years in the NPB. So it's kind of like a full season for a starter, I guess you could say. 3.03 ERA. He's got a 9.7 strikeout per 9, 1.2 whip. So like even in the 3 years he's been in the Japanese league as a player who was young, he's 26 now. So back then he was 25, 24, 23. He was doing really, really well. And now Buddy's entering his theoretical prime. So I'm liking this 4 year deal. Get him till he's like 31, 32. It's just looking good.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I blanked. I don't know. 40. I was doing the
Yeah,
math. 26, 4 years. He'd be like 30 by the end of it.
yeah,
But
exactly. So I don't know if he's
yeah.
turning 27. So
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, I was gonna say, and this is cheaper than the Jordan Hicks deal, and
hmm
this is something that from what the reports have seen, it seems like he's gonna be a swingman.
that's what they're
Um,
saying. Yeah,
so he's gonna be kind of the new Ross Stripling, which I'm perfect all for it. I think you can never have enough arms in the pen. The Jays don't really have a swingman right now, so I think it's a great option
yeah.
to
Because
invest in him.
we have like a Mitch White, but I don't. Mitch White
Yeah.
was. I'm gonna be honest. Mitch White was actually pretty good at the end of last year. Like once we sent him down after he sucked, he did something and he fixed himself, which is awesome. But I kind of want to see Yariel go in, and plus he could like spot start if we need him to. If Kikuchi or somebody doesn't go like 2 or 3 innings, then we can put Yariel in there. Maybe he can give you like another 3 or 4, and then bounce off from there. Maybe now keep Nate Pearson as like a 6, 7 inning guy. Then obviously go to Swanee and whoever else is in the bullpen, Jimmy and all those
Yeah.
guys, and then go to Romano. But honestly, I kind of want to see Ariel as the closer. But I know he's got to work up to it, obviously. But I can see him being the closer.
I think it's just there's so much uncertainty with him because, like we said,
Yeah,
we've really only seen. I'm not gonna lie, we've really only seen his WBC, and even then, I only really saw I think 1 inning he pitched. Like realistically, I wasn't really paying
fair.
attention, but now
No,
that
it's like,
I've
oh
seen
wow,
clips,
Cuba playing whatever. But yeah,
yeah, I saw
um,
1 inning he pitched, and he pitched really well. But like I said, we're gonna have to see what he develops into over the season, as
mhm.
well. The question raises, I mean, 4 years. What was it 4 years, 40 million?
4 years,
No,
32.
32. Thank you.
That's
So
like
it's like
that's
8 million.
nothing. That's
Yeah,
nothing.
it's like 8 million a year, maybe if I'm doing the math correctly.
Yeah.
But um, even then, 8 million for a guy who's gonna be your swingman, gonna be someone who's could be. I mean, like I said, his numbers seem like he's gonna be a strikeout machine. Like this guy could be a very high leverage pitcher possibly
Mhm.
for the Jays down the road. And you can never have enough of that. Now, the only thing I'm worried about, Chris,
Yeah.
is if this guy's gonna be Yamaguchi 2.0. Because Yamaguchi was supposed to come in here and be a very good pitcher for the Jays, and he was terrible. Same with Dolis, or right, he was
Oh,
supposed to be
whoa, whoa,
the next big
Dolis was
thing.
goated. Dolis was goated at
Oh
least.
my, don't Dolis had it? Yeah, no. Dolis would never survive with the pitch clock
Oh
now.
my
That
god.
guy, the buddy
Could
threw.
you imagine?
It was like 45 seconds for his windup alone.
I know.
Anyhow,
I loved
um,
watching. Honestly, I know you hated Dolis, but every time he was in the game, I loved watching Dolis
no,
pitch.
no, I've
I
never
just
seen a
knew,
guy have no. I've never seen a guy take so long in between pitches,
and he
um,
still sucked. That was
and he
so
still
funny.
sucked. Like,
But like the time
well,
he was good was
that's
crazy
my
though.
only worry is that we have these guys who do well overseas, and then they come here, and like, I mean, who knows? Like, Kota Senga came over last year and was phenomenal, but also like, Yu Darvish's first year over here was not very good. Like, people forget that Yu Darvish was not good his first year here.
Yeah,
Kota
I
Senga was the exception. Otani's been like Otani even his first year was not the greatest
well, he was rookie of the year,
at
but he
pitching.
wasn't like the goat like people said he was.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he wasn't a I'm pretty sure Otani's rookie year, like his pitching numbers were not like
Steady.
anything special.
All
It was
right.
right just
Let's
because he could
check.
do both.
OHT. Let's check it right
But
now.
yeah, I mean, like guys coming overseas, it's a little bit different. So I don't know how this guy's gonna be. The fact that he hasn't pitched in a year is a little bit concerning, but
Mhm.
he looked good in WBC. I'm assuming he's gonna be fine. Like I think he'll be okay out of all things, as long as he's not Yamaguchi, which you cannot be that bad.
Otani was alright. He was a 3.31 ERA with a 1.61
Okay,
WHIP.
so
So he that was
average.
honestly that was still the worst pitching year he's really had. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, it takes
So
guys to get adjusted to the league. So like yeah, when
exactly.
If Yariel struggles right away, obviously that might happen. I say just keep him in, let him work through it, let him be like a mop up guy to start if
Yeah.
he really sucks. But then if he's good, like spot start him, make him be an opener, work him into high leverage because he throws upwards to
I think
98.
that's a fantastic idea. I was gonna say I think definitely starting up swingman, mop
Mhm.
man is a great role for him because it lets him experiment a little bit. It lets him get a kind of accustomed.
Yeah,
And like you said, if he's starting to do really well in that, yeah,
bro,
spot
let
start
him
him.
up.
Yeah, put him in a high leverage situation. Like you said, he throws 98. I'm pretty sure he's got a pretty devastating slider if I remember
Yeah, I saw
correctly.
something about his
Um,
spin rates today. I don't really know what the
yeah,
average was, but they looked really high. So
it was
I'll
above
accept that.
average. I'm
Was it?
pretty sure the
Yeah,
spin
yeah,
rate
yeah.
was above average from what I saw in Ben Nicholson Smith talking about it.
That's
But
who it was. Yeah,
um,
yeah. Ben Nicholson
yeah,
Smith. Let me look it
or it
up.
was Arden Zwelling, one of the two. But yeah, his spin
Ben
rate's above
Nicholson.
average, so he's gonna have a lot of break. I don't know if he has another pitch. I'm assuming he's got some type of changeup splitter kind of thing. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
like
know.
you said, swingman spot start, great. It could be a really good signing for the Jays here. I'm just happy that they're doing something, Chris.
Yeah, I still want a bat, and apparently John Heyman's saying that we are like the favorites right now to land Soler. But this is not a Soler video. This is a Yariel Rodriguez video. Our boy. We love Yariel already. He's part of the team. Good for him.
As well,
Um,
bring a little bit of Latin swag to the team. You know what I mean? Kind of missing
yeah,
that with
bring
like
the Barrio
Gurriel
back.
going and
Yeah, yeah,
Teo.
yeah.
So like, yeah,
Him and
bring the swag to the team.
him and
I'm
Vlad
looking
are gonna be
forward to it,
besties.
Chris. We are. I saw today. I think it was like 30 days away from pitchers and catchers
Something like
reporting
that.
roughly.
But
Something
I
like that.
think you think Yariel's going to get a lot of innings in spring training because I think he will. I think he'll be
I
one of
think he
the
will.
first. If he's smart, I'd be like, dude, be the first guy to a pitchers and catchers report. Be the first one there. Work with Danny
Now, the
Jansen.
only thing with him that I saw, that's a hurdle still is the immigration status for him. I
Oh,
know
he's
it's a
got to
big
get
question
that.
mark.
Yeah, right, right,
Um,
right.
I don't think it's a like it shouldn't be a problem.
Hmm.
But you just never know with the world today. So that is a big question mark. I can't remember who it was. I think maybe Kikuchi. There was some, or maybe it was Yamaguchi when he first came over. Someone when it
Yamaguchi.
came when they first came over, it took them a little
It
bit to get
might have
into
been
spring training.
Yamaguchi.
So
I
it
think
might
it
have been
was
Yamaguchi.
Yamaguchi. Yeah, I think it was.
That had the trouble with the immigration stuff. So who knows what it's gonna be?
Hmm.
That's the only hurdle left, and obviously the physical. But that's like
Oh
That's a
yeah,
given in
whatever.
any signing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Chris. Like you said,
Hmm.
I think it's a great idea from if he can report day one, be the first person to work with Danny Jansen, because
Yep.
we've talked about
Boom.
Danny Jansen is the best defensive catcher in the league.
One of,
I
yeah.
will I will die on that hill. He's one of the best. So
If anything, he calls one of the best games too. So let him work with
100%.
Yariel. Let him work with Kirk because Kirk's gonna be catching a lot when Danny Jansen's hurt. And yeah, we'll let's end the video here. So with that being said, guys, let us know what you think of Yariel Rodriguez signing with the Jays. I think it's a great deal. Let us know what you think, and yeah, we will see you guys next time. Ciao.